The story progresses, I suppose, but there are so many unanswered questions that at this point can never make sense. King is bearing his own story on an unbearable pile of contrivances and incoherent storytelling. Batman is slowly creeping its way through Tom King's walk of shame as the series continues shedding readers every 2 weeks. At this rate, I'm very confident Batman will dip below the 70,000 issue ship threshold before he completes his run on issue 85. It should be under 80,000 when the June numbers are released. Issue 73 isn't going to help with Batman's current reader retention issues. The good news is there are multiple pages with no dialogue at all, so it reads fast. And when a series sucks this much, that's a major plus in my book. The bad news is, this issue is just as bad as the trash during the Knightmares story arc. The worst news is, Batman 73 features Thomas Wayne singing Home on the Range throughout the story. Tom King has a real gift for making his characters as annoying as humanly possible with his pretentious tropes. Now, time for my normal Batman disclaimer. The art for Michael Janin is excellent, but you can't polish a turd, and Michelangelo himself couldn't make a Tom King Batman issue enjoyable these days. So I don't blame the very talented Janin for this heaping pile of King. Flashpoint Batman being here continues to confuse. I had believed this was all in Bruce's head, but the last couple of issues kind of destroyed that theory. If anyone can explain how Flashpoint Batman got to this dimension and is even still alive, I would greatly appreciate that. Isn't he from an erased timeline? Lord knows Tom King himself can't explain it. Flashpoint Batman is traveling the desert with Bruce and a coffin in tow. A group of assassins called the Death in the Desert confront Thomas Wayne. He knows who they are, and they say he must know why they have come. He slaps the piss out of a group of 5 ninjas with remarkable ease, and claims he's Batman now. Bruce finally wakes up and Flashpoint Batman moves to comfort him. He's been aiding Bane in his destruction of Bruce. Why he's helping Bane has never been explained. Bane trusting Thomas Wayne makes less than no sense. Of course, Bane should be a cripple himself at this point, yet to be addressed by Tom King or his story. Thomas tells Bruce, "Remember what I taught you." What the hell has he taught Bruce? This isn't his actual father. Or does King not know that? Anyway, Bruce takes a swing. One of the few moments in this comic that makes a lick of sense, to be honest. Flashpoint Batman continues to call Bruce his son. They aren't relation. Thomas claims Bruce was defeated and broken body and soul. I'm assuming this is in reference to the non-wedding. Of course, it makes no sense Bruce would be this devastated because Selina left him. Technically, Dick Grayson getting shot in the head might have pushed him over the edge, but Batman never even mentions that anymore. No big deal, I guess. He lost his main squeeze. No time left for the man he raised as his surrogate son. Anyway, is returning to the Batman series in issue 75. It's only gonna get worse, folks. Bruce embracing his not-father makes no sense. He knows full well Flashpoint Batman is a complete psychopath and mass murderer. Plus, he aided Bane in tormenting and torturing him. Just details, I guess. Of course, Bruce himself should be crippled after having his back broken. Again. Flashpoint Batman claims he mended his broken spine the best he could. Sure, if you say so, pal. This all has to be in Bruce's head, right? Nothing makes any sense, per Tom King's new normal. Bruce asks where they are, but is too drugged up to put the story together. He's also curious about the coffin they're dragging, but Thomas assures him he'll figure it out in time. I guess this is confirmation that this isn't real, and is all somebody else's dream. But whose? Is this Bane's dream? Is it Thomas Wayne's dream? Maybe it's Catwoman's dream. Unfortunately for King, his story sucks so bad it doesn't really matter. The chances he sticks this landing are slim and none, and ain't nobody heard from Slim in months now. Bruce finally confronts Flashpoint Batman about hurting Alfred and aiding in Bruce's kidnapping and torture. Thomas, washed as Bane, beat Bruce down. Thomas Wayne mocks Bruce and asks if he wants to hit him, and is happy when Bruce confirms he does. The Death of the Desert attack a second time, and Flashpoint Batman puts them down again. Bruce asks how they could sneak up on him. We then learn they are dragging the body of another dimension's Martha Wayne to a Lazarus pit, explaining why Ra's al Ghul's mercenaries are trying to stop them. I thought the body had to be very recently deceased for a Lazarus pit to work. Also, isn't it gonna turn Bruce's not mom completely insane anyway? What's the point? Bruce asks where his mask is as Thomas Wayne continues singing. Trust me, I had to skip a lot of pretentious singing just to get here. Bruce starts talking to his dead mother, even though she's not in the coffin. Flashpoint Batman praises Bruce for making a choice and saving lives, telling him he's a good man and he's proud of him. Of course, like I've said multiple times, he's not his actual father. Bruce knows this, but is going along with it. Makes no sense. Issue 73 of Batman is more hot garbage from Tom King. The story progresses, I suppose, but there are so many unanswered questions that at this point can never make sense. King is bearing his own story on an unbearable pile of contrivances and incoherent storytelling. Despite terrific art from Michael Janin, I rate Batman 73 a 1 out of 5. Batman isn't salvageable in the next 12 issues. Batman will receive a bit of redemption when the new writer comes aboard, but the real question is, will the 40,000 or so readers who fled the series following issues 50 return? I think many will buy issue 86 just to show their support for anyone not named Tom King. DC is currently driving their brand off a cliff on many different fronts. I think Batman is toast as the best-selling ongoing series in comics for a couple years at least. There is little trust for the Batman or DC Comics brands at this point. I don't see it being earned back in short order. It's going to take a long time to wash the Tom King stink off the character and the series. I would like to invite you all to tune into the Comics Aficionados right here on Thinking Critical YouTube this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Special guest Dylan from the Real Comic Book Gamer YouTube channel will join my panel of experts. We'll be discussing Frank Miller's Superman Year 1, as well as debate the best and worst Superman writers, stories, eras, and more. Hope to see you all. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.